Good evening. My fellow Jamaicans, as we begin this new school year 2017-2018, we do so with much optimism and confidence that this will be a very good year for the education of our young people in Jamaica. Much work has been done to lay the foundation for improved student performance. School plans have been renovated, furniture and other equipment have been provided, and most important, the first tranche operational grants have been sent to our schools in good time to allow for the smooth reopening of our institutions. Last year, we experienced a tremendous partnership among stakeholders, teachers, the Jamaica Teachers Association, students, parents, school boards, members, administrative, ancillary, and staff of the Ministry of Education, Youth, and Information. Together, we must build on that partnership and stakeholder engagement this year as we continue to work for the educational development of our children and overall economic growth in our country. So we start this new school year with a great sense of hope that our united efforts will lead to better education outcomes. The encouraging results from our students' performance in the GSAT exams and improvements at CSEC, CAPE, NVQJ, and the City and Guilds levels point to the progress being made through the new initiatives to improve outcomes. With the continued excellent guidance of our teachers and application of our students, we will see good results. I turn now to our plans and policies for the education system for the start of the 2017-2018 academic year. We now spend over $37,799,624,361 on secondary education, which includes salaries, grants, TVET, ICT, science, infrastructure, furniture, and nutrition. That means we are spending between $176,994 and $190,000 per capita at the secondary level. We will honor our commitment to increase funding to primary, all-age, and junior high schools for the academic year 2017-2018 with a budget of $1 billion outside of salaries. In the meantime, we have adopted a non-obligatory policy towards the payment of parents' contribution. We are, however, encouraging parents to contribute to their schools once agreement has been reached and approved by the Board of Governors. New policies are also in place to help schools address pressing problems and help with their cash flow. The first tranche has been already disbursed from June 2017. The second tranche is to be disbursed in the second week of September, the third tranche in the second week of December, and the fourth tranche will be paid in the second week of April 2018. All of the support grants to schools, including STEM, TVET, curriculum infrastructure repairs, are being disbursed. In addition to the support mentioned earlier, we're also providing the other areas of support for the new school year. These include payments for additional teachers for those schools that require special support based on the nature of the students and special programs being offered, 25 temporary deans of discipline, over 1,000 young persons to be engaged as lab technicians, safety and security support officers, clerical officers, and environmental wardens will be placed in selected schools. Payment of 913 cooks across the system to the tune of $274.8 million. Upgrading of canteens and the provision of equipment to the tune of over $200 million. This administration believes no child should be left behind because of the family's economic circumstances. So the government has increased funding for Students on the Path program to ensure they receive lunch for 5 days per week and literature books commencing with grades 7, 10, and 11 in this new term at a cost of $116 million. Payment for insurance will also be made for Students on Path and wards of the state at a cost of $26 million. Path allocation of $2,000 will be used to cover the cost of IDs and uniform-related items. Book vouchers are being provided for the neediest students up to $2,000 per student. Total to be spent is $50 million. Transportation will be provided for students on the PATH program in 8 parishes. This will be done in collaboration with the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, as well as the Ministry of Transport and Mining. A total of $200 million will be allocated for this activity. At the early childhood level, many of our institutions need help. As part of the efforts to improve standards and give our children a strong foundation as they begin their education journey, the Ministry will be taking over a number of these schools. In addition, with the support of the Ministry, 117 basic schools will be converted into 56 infant departments. Our mantra is, every child can learn. Every child must learn is at the center of what we do. So we are ensuring that our children with special needs are not left behind. The ministry's special education unit will place 1,474 students in special education facilities at a cost of $57,786,240 for 2017-2018 academic year. Of course, among the most essential tools for students are textbooks. Therefore, under the National Textbook Loan Scheme and the Primary Textbook Program, the Ministry of Education is spending approximately $800 million on books for the new school year. The delivery of books to schools has started and will be completed by October 6, 2017. With regards to nutrition, the Ministry of Education Youth and Information School Feeding Unit, in collaboration with the Nutrition Products Limited, will continue to provide funds and/or snacks to the schools directly for the school feeding program. The ministry is happy to report that the delivery of furniture to schools, primarily for students, started from the second week in July and will be completed by the last week of September. To ensure that critical infrastructure issues are addressed, we have identified 172 schools for the upgrading for the school's maintenance project at the cost of $554,303,880. This infrastructure upgrade also addresses sanitation concerns. 42 schools still utilize pit latrines as the only means of fecal disposal. As such, $76 million has been allocated in this year's budget and budget for 35 schools under the ministry's sanitation program. Schools are being encouraged to ensure that their safety and security committees are in place and that the safety and security guidelines are utilized within the schools to treat with this area. We began the phased rollout of the new national curriculum last year, and for this year, it will be fully implemented in all grades up to grade 9 in the first term of the new school year. The alternative pathway for secondary level education will also be launched in 84 schools. In the meantime, the Career Advancement Program has been expanded as a flagship program for the creation of an additional 2 years at the secondary level. Over 123 schools have been approved to offer the program to date, and others are being processed. My fellow Jamaicans, this year, we have another great opportunity to redouble our efforts to help create an education system which enables every child to achieve his or her full potential. As we do so in a spirit of unity and partnership, this will be to the benefit of all of us in the short, medium, and long term. Together, let us rise and build Jamaica, land we love. I thank you.